Okay, my name is Mark Moody, and we're going to do an experiment today that's going to use some very simple equipment. We're going to use a sine wave signal pulse generator at exactly 1 kilohertz. We're going to use this plate to receive that pulse at 1 kilohertz, and it's going to represent the CMB, the cosmic microwave radiational background. I also have a source, a light source of pure white light. Now, that's all we're going to need to create a machine learning system. To start with, just take a look with our naked eyes at the sand on the plate. That's just grains of sand. Nothing special going on there. Just looks like grains of sand on the plate. We don't see anything special going on at all with our naked eyes, and that's because we're not able to see all the frequencies involved in this, with the white light hitting the white sand and actually creating frequencies, much like a prism. So I'm going to add an electromagnetic lens to the camera now, which will enable us to see what's actually going on with just the simple white light source and the grains of sand. I have added the electromagnetic lens to the camera, and now right off the bat you can see there's a difference. With the electromagnetic lens, what we couldn't see with the naked eye are these blue and pink dots that come off of each grain of sand. Now, these are important because these are called vectors. And you can see each grain of sand has a red, yellow, white, and blue end. Now, that's considered color charge. It's the RGB spectrum, and it's refracting the light, much like a prism does, from the white light. It's breaking down the frequencies into those colors. But what's interesting more than that is the blue dot and the pinkish red dot. Those are vectors coming off. Now, you can't see it here. However, the blue dot is actually on a lower level than all the other things in the picture. The blue dots are lower. The pink dots are in the middle layer, and the grain of sand, which you see in the rainbow colors there, is actually on the top layer. Now, this layering becomes very important because this is how deep learning networks are made. How artificial intelligence actually can supervised or unsupervised learn and grow. And it's based on systems that are exactly like this. They're binary systems, and they form neural networks. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a harmonic wave, meaning I know the speed of light, and it's coming in on this wave, is traveling at the speed of light from my white light source. Now, I know a microwave, which is what the cosmic microwave radiation background is, it's a microwave, has a wavelength of 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is equal to 1 hertz. Or, I'm sorry, 1 kilohertz. Therefore, I'm going to run 1 kilohertz through the plate, which means it's the same thing that would happen in space when the light hits the CMB. And we're going to see what happens. I'm going to add some more sand. Okay, well, you can see we still have all the dots. All the information now is there. We just need to get it. And we see the pattern begin to form. And we got 3 perfect harmonic waves going on. Now notice what's happening to the individual ones. I'm going to slow it down. And I'm going to show you some of these individual ones. You see, they seem a bit confused. And what they're doing is you can see them actually in communication with each other, trying to find the spot that they can join the pattern. Now, when each grain of sand joins the pattern, you'll notice its lights go out. It becomes neutral, meaning it has performed its work or its task. Now, this isn't some type of group behavior so much as these individual grains are actually looking for the place they can go. Now you notice this thing here is not a grain of sand. So he doesn't fit into the pattern. He can't find a place to go, but he's spinning and he's spinning, and he's still got vectors showing that anything is going to have that knowledge from the light. That is a piece of plastic. It has nothing to do with the rest of the pattern, so he can't fit in. He can't make part of this pattern. Now, here we have, you see, again, the layers, the blue layers and the red layers. And you see this guy here looking for a place that he can go. He's communicating with that grain of sand, who also hasn't found the proper place to go. And he's looking all around trying to find where it is that he belongs in this pattern. It's clear that that grain of sand cannot just go anywhere. He's going in, he's docking, and his blue lines line up with the blue dots, and the red dots line up with the red dots, and he's actually finally found a place to go in. But you can see it's not a very good place because he's lost some of his color, but he still has a bit of it. On these other areas where the pattern is more formed, you can see they've completely lost their colors. They've become neutral. So this is not a wave pushing the sand around into this pattern. That's what we thought, because that's what it looked like. But if you think about it, a wave cannot push sand around. Like in the ocean, a cork, if a wave hits it, the cork goes up and down. It's not really carried very far by the wave. The waves are not carrying the grains of sand and pushing them into this geometrical formation. What is happening, rather, is the grains of sand are being imparted with information from the white light and the CMB wave, which is telling them how to behave, what pattern to make, and where they need to go. That is an informational exchange system. It is called, if you know, for those who know about deep learning systems, they will recognize it right away as a neural network, a binary system that creates information. It's how computers work. And this is explained in my paper that I'll put a link to in this video to show you how this system here, from a simple light wave and the CMB, forms an artificial intelligence system that is capable of learning and growing. The reason it has formed this pattern is because this is a better use of the energy. This will allow for this pattern to be a stable element in the universe, actually combining with other geometrical patterns and create matter and atoms and the things that are in our universe. It's also very familiar with the solar system and the way planets revolve. So here we see at the most basic fundamental level a learning system that is very much exactly like, if you read my paper that's in the link here, that is exactly the way artificial intelligence and learning systems work. So this, with no doubt, is the basic, most fundamental learning system of the universe, and can be extended out to the size of the universe with many, many more ways that it combines to create the universe.